But first, to the growing backlash from councils in our region which are defying government guidance to send children back to school on June the 1st. Tonight, the Mayor of Doncaster has written to the Prime Minister asking for clarity on the science behind his plan. But with a week and a half to go until more youngsters are due to join the small number of key workers' children currently attending, the timetable as to what will happen and when looks decidedly unclear. Michael Billington has our main story. Well, the number of UK coronavirus deaths across all settings has been... Meanwhile, it's been revealed that at least 180 frontline health and care workers have now died after nursing people with coronavirus, people who showed extraordinary bravery to help others. Well, tonight we hear about one of those, a 46-year-old doctor working in Dewsbury. He's a man described as a hero by his family, friends and colleagues. The death of Nazir Khan is a reminder to us about all the courage and sacrifice taking place on the front line. Well, some of those who knew him have been talking to Hannah Miller. Nazir Khan's son Mahad, ending that report by Hannah Miller. Well, still to come on Calendar tonight. The trial of a man accused of murdering Hull student Libby Squire has been adjourned until next year due to the COVID-19 crisis. A Sheffield GP has written an open letter to the government calling for an investigation into why the city is one of the regions with the highest COVID-19 infection rates in the country. Dr Krishna Kasaranini says Sheffield DHL supply chain has confirmed it's to close its depot in Sheffield with the loss of around 200 jobs. Well, next tonight, the change in the law heralded by some as a breakthrough that will see every eligible adult in the UK become an organ donor unless they opt out. The new system will mean that almost 500 people in our region waiting for a life-changing organ could get the help they need sooner. But campaigners say people still need to discuss their wishes. Victoria Whittam's been finding out more. Now, over the last few weeks, we've seen a number of hotels housing the homeless to help protect them from the virus. Part of those changes were possible because of emergency funding released by the government. But as Britain looks to exit lockdown, there hasn't yet been a promise of whether that funding will increase. So what happens next? Nithya Rajan explains. Got some football news, and Sheffield United manager Chris Wilder says all his players were happy to return to training this week. Chris Wilder there. Well, the Professional Footballers Union, the PFA, claims that almost a quarter of current and former players they've surveyed during the lockdown are either depressed or have considered self-harm. Well, 6 former players, including Hull City legend Dean Windass and former Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper Chris Kirkland, have got together to try to tackle one of football's biggest taboos. They've been talking to Chris Dawkes. Well, John and I have come back out into the garden now. Oh, I'm joining you out here. Isn't it lovely?
It's lovely, isn't it? We are 2 metres apart, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Yes, and it's the warmest day since 22nd of September last year, which by my counting is 8 months. 8 months, warmest day for 8 months.
And it's absolutely glorious.
It is, and I've been out in the garden earlier on today. Take a look at this. Mind somebody to water it, didn't I? Yes,
a willing victim sitting not so far, well, a 2 metre distance from
well,
you now.
You are, yes. Well, I've done enough by this time. I had to put my feet up. You didn't do too badly, actually. You just missed a little bit in the corner there.
Thanks.
Well, thank you very much, Christine.
Grateful or not.
But it's great for being out in the garden, isn't it?
It is, but we have got to say, obviously, enjoy the garden if you've got it, but if you haven't got a space and you're going into a public area, stay safe, keep your social distance.
Absolutely,
but
if you are lucky enough to have a garden, you could do a lot worse, you know, than have a bird bath. Just look what Gary spotted in his daughter's garden here in Eccles.
Do you know, I wish I was in a paddling pool right now. Right, John, we'll see you at the end of the programme to see if this is going to last.
Yeah? Absolutely. Yes.
OK. Well, now he's the Second World War veteran who inspired communities all across the country with his fantastic fundraising, raising millions of pounds. And now he's being recognised by the Queen. Captain Tom from Keighley, of course. He walked round his garden, raised much more than he ever expected to. Now he's going to be knighted. Here's Grace Melody Gardner. It just gets better and better for Captain Tom, doesn't it? Congratulations. Here's John now with the weather. John, thank you. That's it from us. I'll be back at 11 o'clock tonight. The national and international stories are next with Mary, but from all of us here at Calendar, have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.